I am indeed talk about spaces that man created, but first I want to tell you why I'm here. I'm here for two reasons. These two guys are my two sons, Ford and Ren. When Ford was about 3 years old, we shared the same space, same room in a same small space. My office was on the half of the bedroom, and his bedroom was on the other half. And you can imagine if you are a writer, these things could get crowded around deadlines. So when Ren was on his way, I realized that I needed to find a space of my own, and there is no more space in the house. So I went out to the backyard without any previous building experience, and with $3,000 and some recycled materials, I built this. It had everything I needed. It was quiet. And there was enough space, and I had control, which is very important. As I was building this, I thought to myself, surely I'm not the only one who have to have carved out space of his own. So I did some research, and I found an historic precedence. Hemingway had his writing space. Elvis had 2 or 3 man spaces, which is pretty unique because he lived with both his wife and his mother in Graceland. But from pop culture, Superman had a Fortress of Solitude, and there was, of course, the Batcave. And then I realized that I wanted to go on a journey to see what guys are creating for themselves. One of the first ones that I found, it is in Austin, Texas, which I'm from. On the outside, it's a typical garage, a nice garage, but on the inside, it's anything but. And for me, this is a pretty classic manspace. It had concert posters, neon bar, and of course leg lamp, which is very important. I soon realized that man spaces didn't need it to be inside. This guy built his own bowling alley on his backyard out of landscaping timbers, astroturf, and he found that scoreboard in the trash. Here is more another outdoor space which is a little bit more sophisticated. This is a 1923 wooden tugboat made completely out of Douglas fir, and this guy did it all himself. There are 1,000 square feet of hanging around space, and pretty early on in my journey, I realized that what I was finding was not what I expected to find, and which was pretty frankly, a lot of beer can pyramids, overstuffed couches, and flat screen TVs. There are definitely hanging out spots, but some are for working and some are for playing, and some are for these guys to collect their things. And most of all, I was just surprised with what I was finding. Take this for example, this place for example. It looks like on the outside it looks like a typical northeastern garage, and it's in Long Island, New York. So only thing that might tip you off is that the big round window on the inside. It's a recreation of 16th century Japanese tea house. The guy imported all materials from Japan and hired a Japanese carpenter to build it in traditional way. It had no nails and screws. All joints were hand curved and hand described. Here is another typical scene. It's a suburban Las Vegas neighborhood, but if you open one of those garage doors, you will see there is a professional sized boxing ring inside. And there is a good reason for this. It's built by this man who is Wayne Macaron. He won the silver ring for Ireland in 1992 Olympics. He trains in that place, and he trains other people, and just right off this garage, he has his own trophy room where he can sort of bask in his accomplishment, and which is another sort of very important part of manspace. If this represents someone's profession, this one certainly represents the passion It's made to look like the inside of an English sailing ship, which is nautical antiques from 17 and 1800s musical quality. So as I came to the end of my journey, I found over 50 spaces, and they were all unexpected and surprised. And there were also, I realized that I'm just impressed how personalized they are, and how much work went into them. And I realized that it's because these guys that I met were all very passionate about what they did. They loved their professions, and they are passionate about their collections and their hobbies. So they created these spaces to reflect what they loved and who they are. So if you don't have a space of your own, I highly recommend finding one and getting into it.